Hi everyone, welcome again. So today I wanted to talk to you about some guidance about what to do with the different classwork assignments that you have and how to take advantage of them. So the course is designed in a way in which every single thing you're doing is building up towards something else, okay? Meaning that it all has a purpose. So you're not wasting your time or your work. Okay, so I want you to take advantage of everything you're writing and reading and all the notes you're taking, um, so that you use them again in the next assignment. So one of the clearest ways in which this happens is, for example, you do a reading, and then I ask you, please take notes of your reading, and then well, those notes are going to help you in the classwork about the reading. That you took notes, then you already have the answer to, or probably you already have the answers to those questions, no? And once you do those, the more detailed that your notes are and that your responses are in the classwork, the better. Why? Because then later you're gonna have to do a reading report of that article or book chapter or book, and you're gonna have to connect it to other readings also. But by at that point, you already have something that you already wrote about that reading. So what you do is you take that those responses that you did, and when you're writing your reading report, you use them and you rewrite them. You just fix it and write it as an essay, but you already have your little summary of what it is, the main points of the reading, or what are the ideas that stood out to you from the author, or interesting connections that you made. So you put that in the concluding part of your essay. So, or you for your reading report, or maybe I am asking you to do a, a unit project. Every module has a project. So you can use those reflections and just copy them and paste them in your essay. And of course, once you write an essay, you need to make it make sense. To tie each sentence with the other. So you fix those parts. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is going to show you uh, how to do that specific, in concrete, and a concrete example. And I hope if I walk you through this, you'll be able to, if you have issues with doing this, you'll be able to use it and do it. Okay, so here we have an example of one of the say mean matter charts. So throughout the course, you're going to be doing several of these. And it's not just, I'm not making you do it just so that, fill out a chart. And, the point of this chart is to help you pull out important or meaningful information from a reading. And then try to make sense in your own words, no? So like here, what does it mean is in your own words, what do you understand for about what the author said? And in this case, the student, just put some quotes, from the reading that she chose that she thought were important. And then in the matter is an analysis of it. Why is it important? Why does it matter? What other connections can she make? Okay, so she did this assignment. She's done with the assignment. But then later, you had to write reading report about this reading. So what do you do with it? Well, then you copy all of this text that you have, and you're going to paste all of this into a Word document, okay? So say we did it. Okay. So here, what we have here is we copy pasted what she had in that chart. So it's, I copy pasted most of it. So, now we're going to have to do a reading report. Say that that's what we're doing. So, we start with the title. It's a reading report of what? So we say what? So we say, in the reading, and then title, by, and then the author. One of the key ideas that the author reviews or analyzes is settler colonialism. So that's my opening. And then the author states that, and then we can use this quote. It's a good quote. So I just fix this part. The goal of settler colonialism. So that's her definition, actually. And then she wrote in the what doesn't mean she wrote, here in her own words. So we're just gonna take it again. This means that the removal of indigenous people was a consequence of the actions that were taken for the intention of settler colonization in order to gain more land. So maybe I only would add here, that means that the actions that were taken by the colonial powers, let's say, and that's it. So very little I'm adding new. So this is all, she already wrote this, no? It is important to understand settler colonialism because, so I'm just adding some pieces of sentences to connect one thing with the other. Because it matters to the people that had their land and property taken away by force and violence. We need to understand and be aware that the land, so basically this is already written. So her reading report was already written in that chart. We're just making it, writing it as an essay. You see that? In an essay form. And then this is her next quote. So maybe we don't want to really be that specific, or maybe we do. And then all we do is arrange it in a way in which is, so I couldn't start here like that with the quote. We would say Dunbar explains that historically, and then this is a quote now, the settler colonial agenda committing genocide by murdering indigenous peoples. No? And then she wrote this: the violence that was upon the indigenous people was the actions of the settler colonization. So in this sense, so I'm just adding this connecting sentence, and I'm just adding the connecting sentence and continue just using what was already written. So if you see this, and you just keep going, and then maybe something you put in the column doesn't make a lot of sense anymore, so you don't need to use it. But it's something, she already did this work for the previous assignment, the classwork, for the chart, and then you just copy because it's your own words. And you're writing your reading report here. And this way you are not, it's not like more work. You're just adding a little bit more, but not a lot. It's not a whole new thing that you need to do. Okay, so I don't put all these assignments as like, oh, so many things to do. It's no, please take advantage of the work you already did. So the more detail you do your first work, the better. It's going to be the more useful for you later, which means you're not going to have to go back and reread the reading so that you're able to write the reading report or to write your essay for your final unit, your project for the unit. No, so I hope this helps. Um, this helps you into figuring out how to um, write, in this case, reading reports that are thick in the knowledge, in the content, meaning they include the readings and the different readings we've done, and the different material that you've read and taken notes for. Okay, so hope this helps, and keep doing your work, and let me know if you have any questions.